Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't notice you there. I was just taking a little nap. Making videos is hard work, so sometimes you just want to have a lazy day. Which is why I'm going to teach you all how to play as the Lazy Pyromancer. This is an area denial pyromancy build which I showcased in an earlier video. I've put a link to that on screen as well as in the description. Hopefully annotations are working so you can click the on-screen link. But if you want to see a video with fancy editing and music and stuff, you can go and click that. We'll go over my stats to start with, and I'm on a different character this time around, my Veerdin Wraith character. And on this character I started as Deprived. On the last character I was Knight, so my stats are a little bit different. I'm at soul level 130, I've got 30 vigor, 34 attunement, 30 endurance, 10 vitality, 15 strength so that I can use my parting pyromancer's flame, 10 dexterity, 40 intelligence and 40 faith with 10 luck. For my spells, which is really what this build is all about, I'm using the warmth spell, which creates this sort of little warmth orb here. As long as I'm standing next to this, or sleeping next to it as the case may be, I will continuously regenerate health. Problem is, if an enemy comes near this, they will also regenerate from it. So my goal is to stay as close to this as possible, which is why this is a lazy pyromancer build. We're not going to move if we can avoid it. Back to the spells, I have Floating Chaos, Fire Orb, Flame Fan, Iron Flesh, and Sacred Flame. These are all going to be used to keep people at bay while I'm reaping the benefits of this little warmth orb. Floating Chaos is a really interesting spell. It doesn't do much damage, but you can cast it twice, and if you're locked onto an enemy, it will fire 3 fireballs targeted onto them. If you're not locked on, it will just fire them in any direction, really. It's very hard to aim if you're not locked on. But it's a great way to harass people at a distance, especially if you want to cast other spells. Fire Orb's pretty simple, it's just an arcing fireball. Kinda hard to aim in PvP, but I'd like to free aim it, so I can generally hit people with it if I'm concentrating. You can use pretty much any long-range pyromancy in place of that spell if you want to, although I tend to keep it simple because otherwise I end up using more spell slots. Although I will demonstrate how it works with some other spells just to show off what it's capable of. The next spell is Flame Fan, which does these big sweeping attacks. It combos pretty well if you can connect with it, but it's kinda difficult to do that usually because it's a bit slow. It is capable of a lot of damage and is a great way to sort of shoo people away from your little healing area. Then we have Iron Flesh, one of my favorite spells. What this does is allows us to use our Sacred Flame and pretty much always connect with it. Sacred Flame is a pretty good spell if you can catch people out, but generally speaking it's always hard to do that if you don't have poise. Luckily, Iron Flesh gives us poise. Just be careful when using Iron Flesh, because it does make you more vulnerable to lightning attacks by quite a significant degree. If we go into our defenses here, see, it just wore off there. I don't know if you caught that, hopefully you did. In any case, it really is the only way to properly cast Sacred Flame, but it also helps for casting all the other spells, because you can basically just stand next to your healing orb and tank through any damage while you cast your spells. Anyway, I'm going to meet you guys over at Firelink Shrine, and we will head into the arena. So here we are at Firelink Shrine, and before we enter into this, I'm just going to go over all of my gear, because I forgot to do that earlier. We are currently using the Pyromancer's Parting Flame plus 10. The reason we're using this one, or at least that I'm using this one, is because it does more damage up close using things like Flame Fan and Sacred Flame. You don't need to use this one, of course, just make sure you've got the adequate stats for whichever Pyromancy Flame you want. The regular Pyromancy Flame doesn't require any additional stats, to my knowledge, while the Demon's Scar requires 16 dexterity, and the White Hair Talisman, which also allows you to cast miracles, requires some faith and intelligence investments, but you should be able to use that no problem with this build. We're also using the Ethereal Oak Shield at plus 5. This shield gives us 100% block on physical attacks as well as some pretty good stability, but the main reason we're using it is because it provides us with some slow but steady HP regeneration. Paired up with the regeneration we get from the warmth spell, this makes us heal pretty damn fast. For my rings, I have the Dark Moon ring, which gives me 2 additional attunement slots, which is very important for this build, especially since the warmth spell uses 2 attunement slots by itself. The Lingering Dragon Crest Ring +2. I'm not sure if this extends the duration of the Warmth spell, but it does extend the duration of Iron Flesh, which is very important for our build. We've also got the Sage Ring +2, which makes our spells cast faster. In fact, I think we have maximum casting speed with these stats. And the Witch's Ring, which increases our pyromancy damage. I've got my Ashen Estus on first, regular Estus on second, and Firebombs on third, but you can align your items in any order that you want, really. And of course, for my ever-important Fashion Souls, I am wearing the Desert Pyromancer hood, the Slave Knight armor, the Ruin Gauntlets, and the Ruined Leggings. I'm pretty sure this is what I was wearing in the original video. I may have been wearing different gauntlets, but this is what the overall look is. I think it's quite a nice look for a Pyromancer, so I just sort of put it on for this. You can, of course, wear whatever you want when it comes to Fashion Souls. That's what the beauty of it is. So in this video, I'll pretty much just be showcasing how I tend to play this build. You can, of course, spice it up any way that you wish. This was mostly made as a joke because the Warmth spell usually isn't very useful, but I wanted to find a way to make it viable, and that's pretty much how this build came about. It's surprisingly effective, especially if you keep on your toes. I mean, the whole point of it is to move as little as possible. But you should dodge attacks if people go against you with range or spells. Usually people are melee based though. Anyway, we're going to put up our Warmth spell and we're going to go to sleep. We'll just wait for our opponent to come to us. Don't make the mistake of trying to be aggressive with this build. It doesn't really work. Here's a guy with Lido's hammer and he's waving to us. But he's a little too close for comfort. I don't think I like how close he is. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. This is private property. He's going to run away, and while he's on the retreat, I'm going to cast that. Oh, he's buffing his hammer. That's okay. He's allowed to buff his hammer if he wants. I'm going to grab him with a Sacred Flame. Because of my Iron Flesh spell, I'm able to tank his attacks pretty much instantly. And finish him off with a Flame Fan. Back to sleep I go. And that is how the Lazy Pyromancer works. Scare them off, cast Iron Flesh, grab them with Sacred Flame, and finish them off after that. As long as you've got both Warmth and Iron Flesh active, then you're going to have a huge amount of defense as well as constant healing, as well as what's provided by this shield. That basically makes you invulnerable as long as you're not stupid about it, which I often am. We're in the snowy arena and we have what looks to be a spellcaster. But we're just going to settle on down, and they're using, ooh, a very nasty spell there. I don't think I like this person's attitude. Old magic. I think I fought this person recently. Free aiming the fire orb is a bit difficult. I don't want to use up too much of my stuff just yet. See, now I'm awake. There, you've invoked my ire, spellcaster lady. But if you noticed, I took quite a lot of damage right at the start there, and it's already been healed by this Warmth spell. Warmth is an incredibly underrated spell, if you ask me. See if I can get some free aims. Shit, my Warmth wore off. That's okay. That's not very nice. Let's get the Iron Flesh spell up. Yikes. Damn. When you're dealing with spellcasters, you're usually in trouble with this build. It really is most effective against melee classes. I probably could have taken that home if I'd just been a little bit smarter about my dodging. See, that's the problem. I'm not very good at PvP. I'm sure a lot of the people watching this will be able to make better use of this build than me. Hopefully we can get back in against a ranged character, perhaps another magic user, so that I can demonstrate how terrible I am at dealing with ranged characters. So we've got somebody with what looks to be a katana, I think? Looks like it. Let's get a little bit closer so that we can target them with our floating chaos. Oops. Throw some fire orbs at them. Here they come, maybe. Get out of here. Now that we've shooed them away, we're going to cast Iron Flesh, and we're going to grab them with a Sacred Flame. I love Sacred Flame. Such an underrated attack. And because of our Lingering Dragon Crest Ring, our Iron Flesh lasts a long time. So if they came back in for another attack there, we would have been able to hit them again. Of course, we'll recast it now. Oops, our warmth ran out. Let's fix that. Yep, there they are. Now you see, I pretty much healed all the way back up to full, and they are dead. Back to sleep we go. We're going to switch up our spells just a little bit. We'll get rid of Flame Fan and Fire Orb and put in Great Chaos Fire Orb in its place, because that's a really powerful spell. I know it's a really popular one with you guys. Let's cater to the meta a little bit, shall we? So we will have that, 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 and that. There we go. I would like to get some kills with the Great Chaos Fire Orb, because it's a very good spell. Very powerful. Very good for free aiming. We got someone with the Ringed Knight Greatswords. And also wearing Lapse Armor. Seems very popular. He's a little too close for comfort though. As long as I can target him, I can start casting my Floating Chaos at Pig. I'm so glad that they nerfed that weapon, even though it still wrecked me. It used to be even worse. They must be running one hell of a strength build, because they just decimated my HP just there. Let's see who we get this time around. A lot of people in heavy armor. Someone using a halberd. They're rushing straight in. This is private property, sir. Gonna have to ask you to leave. Yeah, roll straight into that one. Another problem with Sacred Flame is it uses up quite a lot of stamina, as do all the other ones. This guy thinks he's clever, but we have area of effects and he doesn't. We're just going to keep attacking our floor. And he's down! So we're going to put a warmth back up and go back to sleep. Yeah, Great Chaos Fire Orb is a really good spell, especially for when people are being aggressive. I think we'll try once more with that, and then we'll switch it up a little bit. Try some other stuff out. Alright, who's our next contender? Not sure. Somebody using a miracle, though, so we're going to get ours up here. Another person in Lapse Armor! Wow, that really is popular, huh? You're a little too close for my liking, sir. People who throw firebombs at me always make me smile, because they do so little damage, it just instantly gets healed. Get our Floating Chaos back out. Well, they seem to have run away, so we're gonna go back to sleep. Have a sippy of my coffee. There he is. Look at him. Standing there all passive and not moving. What a scumbag. He's coming a bit close. Let's throw some fire at him. Get out of here! This is private property! Yeah, that's what I thought. Damn whippersnappers. Oh no, my warmth ran away. Yikes. I wasn't targeted when I cast those. See if I can get another one. No, I don't think I got him with that one. Oh well. Back to sleep. Well, I think this person has given up trying to kill us, which is just as well, because we're having a nice nap. Just keeping an eye on our corners. Oh, no, there he is. Yikes, that was a lot of damage. He tried to kill us, but it didn't work. I think he spent all that time running around the whole arena. Damn, I didn't get to do my last emote. Orstra. Not sure who that is. I don't think I've fought them before. Either way, we're gonna settle back into our little nap time place. Yeah, I haven't fought this person before. But they're a little too close for my liking. This is my side. Don't you be praising the sun, young man. This is private property. Get out of here. That's what I thought. Gone. There he goes. Have a little sippy. They might try and circle around us, so we'll keep an eye out. This side of the map is a little bit annoying. Throwing firebombs? That's dishonorable. Got him! Haha! See if we can follow it up with one of these! Gotcha again, buddy! 2 sacred flames equals death. Or not, as the case may be. Maybe this will finish him off. Gonna just refresh the, oops, wrong spell. Gonna refresh this warmth here, it's getting a little cool. Aha, got him! Another sippy there? That should have hit him. I heard the collision noise. Get our floating chaos ready. Come on, buddy, 30 seconds. What's the matter, you frightened? Well, then again, he's on like 3 HP, so he probably is frightened. Let's see if he makes it in. Free aiming with the Great Chaos, floating Chaos Orb. Damn. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Looks like he didn't want to tussle with me after I got him down to 1 HP. I'm gonna count that as a victory. Let's switch up our spells just a little bit. I'm gonna try something a little bit different for this next spell rotation. We'll get rid of that, and we will change it out for that, Seething Chaos. Haven't seen many people using that spell. There we go. Seething Chaos is an interesting spell. It's not one that you see very often. I think Great Chaos Fire Orb is probably the most effective spell in this loadout, simply because it's just such a good pyromancy. But everyone uses it, and I want to mix things up a little bit. I think that Seething Chaos has the potential to be a really interesting spell. Just to show you all the explosion. Very big explosion there, and you can also get a lot of these. It doesn't even use that much mana, so I could potentially like surround myself with a wall of these things. Hold on, does it only work with 2? It might only work with 2. It does. Okay, I can only have 2 of them active. That's good to know. So yeah, we just did a bit of experimentation there, which I didn't know about. You can only have 2 Seething Chaoses active, but that's just fine. We're just going to be casting them pretty much at our feet. And that will keep everyone away from our warmth, I think. Great Chaos Fire Orb probably would do the same thing, but this is more interesting. And funnier. Bit of lag at the start there, but that's okay. Oh yikes. This guy is not messing around. Get out of here. Might have to go straight in for the offensive, I think. If he comes back in for another attack, I'll hit him with a Sacred Flame. But just for good measure, let's get some landmines down. Ooh, yikes, my iron flesh wore off. Better get that back up. Poise is crucial in this fight, I think. Gotcha! Let's see if he survives that one. Shit, my warmth disappeared. Gotta get another one of those up. Damn. Well played, Mr. Black Knight cosplayer, well played. Sorry everybody, I'm experimenting as I go with this build. So this particular version of it may not be the most effective. I think the Seething Chaos spell just kind of needs a buff. If you hit somebody directly with it, which I will demonstrate with the lovely Firekeeper here. Well, that didn't work. She's probably gonna die. Yep. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Oh good, Ludlith is dead. He didn't see anything. Nobody saw anything. Oops. Alright, let's see. Somebody with a whole 3 soul masses. Well, we can lock onto them. That did literally nothing to us. I'm pretty sure I healed that, like, before anything happened. It's gonna summon up a bunch of, Yeah, that's not doing anything to me, buddy. Bam! Wonder if we'll be able to get a kill with one of the lesser known spells. We're gonna try and ward him out of there a bit. I am fucking amazed that that worked. We're gonna take a well-deserved nap, I think. Wowie zowie. I don't think that person's ever encountered a seething chaos before. Then again, like, no one uses it, so I'm not surprised. I don't know why I keep getting lag at the beginning. Oh no, it's this guy again. Shit. Fucking... Please. Please, load in. I may crash. It usually doesn't take this long. I'm not sure why it's doing this. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We're gonna take a brief detour, everybody, because apparently my game is shitting itself. Hold on. We are back, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why, but every now and then my game will just do that. So if you're ever fighting against me or co-oping with me or anything in the future, I don't know if that will ever happen, and I just start lagging like crazy for no reason, that's probably what's happened. I don't know what causes that, but yeah, sometimes my game just starts chugging. Normally it runs flawlessly, and it's not like I've got a bad computer. I mean, it's not the best computer, it's built out of second-hand parts from my friends and boyfriend, but yeah, sometimes the game just does that to me. I guess it's just some kind of glitch. Whatever the case may be, we are going to jump right back in, and we are on the cathedral rooftop again. Haven't been having much luck on this particular map, but we'll see what happens. Somebody is using... That is the dual katanas. Hi, Helios. Nice to meet you, but this is private property, I'm afraid. You're gonna have to leave. I'm deploying my security drones. Gotcha. That is a, like, underrated spell, I think. Damn, Iron Flesh is fucking me up. Get out of there! That's my warmth! Freaking warmth thief. Gotcha. Out of mana though, so I'm gonna have a little sippy. Haha! Hold on. Can't, warmth up, and back to sleep. Just in time, too. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Look forward to more of these. I've really enjoyed coming back to the build guides, and I think I'll be doing some more of them. Leave in the comments if there's any builds in particular that you'd like me to showcase in a build guide. But before then, I'll probably be doing a follow-up to my announcement video, which you can also see in the description. Left a link there. There's still a little bit of time left to vote, although the overwhelming majority so far seems to be more build guides, which I'm happy to oblige with. Until next time, everybody, take care and bye-bye.